So today's video is going to be about hosting a script repo or repository. So as you start setting up multiple servers and doing some different development work, you'll find there's sets of commands that you run every single time you set up a server or even an operating system for a PC. But there's an easy way. In this case, it's going to be Bash, but it could be SH or even Python to script those commands together so that you can run them every time without having to type them in manually. And all those procedures are just set up and you come back to a ready-to-go system. That's called scripting. Well, what I'm going to show you today is how to use easily available software to set up a server to store those scripts and allow you to call them down onto a box when you're ready to use them, and then you can run them and delete them because you know they're stored on a system somewhere else. So the first thing we're going to do after we install Ubuntu onto our box is to update and upgrade the operating system to the latest version. So you will notice that throughout my videos I switch around a little bit. We use some stock footage in certain areas from other videos to produce this, but all demos will be accurate as far as what you should be viewing when you do this. So this demo is of an Ubuntu 20 system being updated and upgraded. So the first set of software we're going to need to install is going to be Apache. Apache is a fairly common web server software. This is going to allow us to create a HTTP interface for our operating system available download tools to interface with right out of the box. The next piece of software we're going to have to install is Samba. Samba is going to allow us to create a file share that will allow our Macs, our Windows, and also our Linux boxes to upload files or edit files inside of the server if we so choose. Now, this step is optional, but I find that having this makes it a lot easier as I am writing scripts, usually on a different system, and I just want to be able to push them over to the server and have them there when I'm ready to use them. Here's Samba being installed. Now, this tutorial will work on a Raspberry Pi if you want to run it on a Raspberry Pi, although you see today that I'm setting it up on Proxmox. You just want to remember to use sudo And even if you've changed the user account from the root directory, which you should do in most cases for security, you want to use sudo as well. So the next step is we're going to go and configure Samba share to the correct path. And here's a demo of this being done. All the way to the bottom of the config file. And then you're going to enter the name that you want to call the share in brackets. Now I'm just copying and pasting the lines above. It's just a quick way of doing it because they're right there in front of you. Now I'm going to remove guest. Okay, I don't really need people accessing this as a guest. Read only, we're going to make as no so that we can edit it. And we're going to change the path to the Apache share directory, which is var www html. And save this by hitting Control X. Now we need to configure the Samba password. And here we're using the user account root. So you'll see me enter root at the end. And then you enter your password once and then enter it again to confirm it. Now the last step is using a command called wget, and you're going to enter the IP address of your server and then / and your script if your script is stored in the HTML folder. If your script is stored in a folder inside of the HTML folder, you want to make sure you put that folder in and then / and your script name to make sure that you download your script. Here is a short presentation of me doing that. So here I'm just showing you that the script did download and the contents of the script using Nano. And now one step that we have to do when we download a script in this manner is we have to modify it to be an executable file. So that's what you see me doing here. There you have it. There is how you set up a repository on your network for your scripts so you can call them down and easily use them.